Idle game is one of the most addictive game, even if you are not really playing the game at all times, but the progress will make yourself more challenging. Mostly Idle AFK games will give you a lot of rewards to summon a gacha. Please like this video, thanks. Top 11 Best AFK Idle RPG Games for Android iOS Addictive IDLE Games Mobile RPG. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Crystal Knight. Crystal Knight's 32 player raid. Wow, this is one of the best new idle RPGs that pretty much has an action combat style. The character designs really impress me. Just look at how it has a high graphic anime style RPG with such a cool great sword that our main character has. Actually, we will be playing 4 heroes at once when we enter the idle mode. There is a warrior and berserker for a frontline and pretty tanky, and there is archer and magician for the backline. They are all long-range classes. Switching the heroes is possible to control and navigate by using the movement pad, but touching the auto button will help you so much while unleashing the skill automatically. We can do a boss raid and walk around in the lobby as well. The game is released in a specific region. Crystal Knight is the best new idle RPG games for Android and iOS. Isekai Fighting Girls Idle RPG. This game is truly magnificent for a pixel art game. It has a great idle RPG graphic. The gameplay is we will face the boss each time we clear the stages. Then the boss will appear. Even though it's a purely idle RPG game, but anyway, you can unleash a charging attack by holding down the screen and releasing it when the gauge bar is full. There is a relic system that will be unlocked in a certain level. The skill will be collectibles through the gacha, but also we can get various pets that will help us on facing the monster. The one thing you should do is summon a new weapon to increase your combat power significantly, then focusing on the attribute status, but it will cost in-game gold. Isekai Fighting Girls allow you to change the character appearance, uniform, skin. The best idle RPG games pixel art for Android iOS. Taming Master Pet Guardian. Just by the game's name, we already notice how the game's mechanism is. It has a pet system as our guardian. Even we can focus on the pet growth by leveling up their level. It will boost the hero's power. Collecting pet is available by doing a gacha pet, but we can do it manually by capture the monster, then hatch the egg. Overall, this best idle RPG game has an element of advantage base like fire, water, wind, dark, and light. All of the elements will have their own strength and the weakness. Getting a new active skill and passive skill through gacha is pretty easy. Especially as a newbie, we will gain 30k free diamond. It's a very good number to grow your hero by applying the artifact and wearing the equipment. Best idle RPG games for Android iOS. Dual Blader Action RPG. It has a landscape and one-way idle game RPG. The whole gameplay is the character will slash all of the enemies that she faces with her dual sword on both hands. Those swords are switchable and can earn through gacha, the same as the armor, but the accessories are only available by exchange through the arena PvP battle, so we can measure how strong our character are. We will play as a young girl, get a new skin, will boost your gold earn, and change the character appearance. There are also so many elements that we can unleash, which are blizzard, fire, lightning, sword raid, and many more. It feels so much easier to kill the enemy, but actually when you face the boss chapter, it has a different league. Need a lot of improvement on the character growth. Best idle game RPG for Android iOS. Stand Legends. This game is JoJo Bizarre anime-based game, but actually I cannot confirm if this game is made by the official games developer or just an indie developer, because the game visual reminds me of many clones games like Naruto, One Piece, and Digimon. Even the server is pretty a lot, but I see it has so many active players who are walking around the lobby. The gameplay of Stand Legends is fully autoplay in combat. The skill and each character will do an auto basic attack. Each time we hit the enemy, then the skill gauge will recharge significantly. The skill showcase will have an actual anime visual, only a little. We must upgrade the hero's level, skill, awaken, and card system needs to improve. We can get a high level of the character by following the main quest. Best semi-idle RPG game with a nice raid gacha game for Android iOS. Weapon Master Idle. Weapon Master Idle. Wow, finally Mobirix made a new idle game RPG with more simple gameplay and less size, which is really affordable for mid-range to low-end pawns. This game has a sword-based game. The main character will slash her enemy with her sword. Such a great combat and satisfying visual, especially when we are one by one with the boss on looking for the path and weapon material. All of the skills can be acquired through gacha. The gacha raid is not really good actually. I tried 2 times gacha with 50 rerolls, but I only got a common skill. Seriously, the developers should increase their gacha rate to maximize the player experience. In fact, we only get small amounts of free diamonds. Each time we clear 20 stages in a row, then we will unlock a new chapter of the best new idle game RPG for Android iOS. Voyage of the Four Seas. Voyage of the Four Seas. Let me tell you something really important by this game. This idle game is made by fansmade and not from the actual game developer, which is One Piece. Then my advice is to make a newbie players play casually and don't push themselves to become number 1 this game, because I can clearly sense a weird thing. How possible an early access game has 400 server? I think it will help your question, but overall I really love how detailed the character design is, pretty high definition. We can get the whole of the protagonist and antagonist character through gacha. Upgrading your hero status will boost their strength by increasing the level and equipment. Of course, you can do a promotion to increase the character star. Idle Magician. Idle Magician. This game is on beta testing on Korean, and I already tried this RPG idle game that has a pixel art style that is made by Unity engine. No wonder the graphic and the movement is really good for a pixel game. It's kind of a repetitive idle game actually, like we only stand on one spot, then the whole enemy will be approaching us. We can unleash the skill, level up the gear, get a new weapon by the gacha, and I got a legendary UUU plus weapon grade. How lucky I am! Adding a buff is possible to speed up your progress by multiplying the gold gain and the EXP gain. Remember to upgrade your character's growth status to increase your power. Best upcoming RPG idle games for Android iOS. Seven Night Idle. Seven Night Idle. I can easily say this game is the best idle RPG game in portrait mode. The game has so relaxing music with so many heroes on our side that can be deployed at the same time. Seven Night Idle has the best character design with cool armor and weapon looks. The game has so many different worlds we can explore after killing the boss monster, like in the castle, desert, and the crystal ice area. I can easily play the game with one hand because everything is done automatically. All of the heroes will recharge their energy gauge and unleash the ultimate skill. Okay, this game doesn't have any special effect skill showcase, but sometimes we will get a storyline when we get into the new chapter. Best idle vertical game RPG for Android iOS. Queen's Knight/Idle. Queen's Knight/Idle. I really love the concept of this game. It has an anime character with 3D models. Overall, it has a flashy skill with beautiful art style. We can acquire more skill by the level we already reach. I really love how many we can change the point of view from top to the closer one. But the camera is not pretty active, it's only focused on one angle. Make sure you make the graphic into max setting, so the view distance will get further. The gameplay is very good. We will slash the enemy with our sword. Unfortunately, we cannot change the character. We only play as a young girl. We can change the appearance as long as we obtain a new skin. Even if you face a lot of monsters, almost all of our skill will deal with the enemy in the area of effect, which is it will really help us. Best idle RPG games for mobile. Fortress Saga AFK RPG. Fortress Saga AFK RPG. Right now, I'm still playing this game while I'm working. It's pretty hands-free. I can totally let this game play by itself. It's pretty fair gameplay. But then, when you are faced with the boss stages, then you will realize how challenging the game is. You need to do so many tasks of the main quest and side quests that they need a lot of time to finish. But the rewards are pretty high. We can do so many things, but the features I really like the most is that the PvP system is really hardcore. The more your rank goes up, then you will find a difficult opponent. Make sure you win the PvP or your point will get a deduction. Best idle RPG games for Android iOS.